Hey guys, it is Gracie Love, and on this episode of Cooking with Gracie Love, we are here at 303 in the Cut, right here on Spring Mountain in Wind Road. And guys, it is going to be very special because they're going to show us how they make some of their top dishes, baby. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. Let's go ahead and check them out. Hey guys, I am here with Chef Giuliano, the chef and owner here at 303 in the Cut. Thank you so much for being here with me and joining me. It is an honor to be here. So I just want to jump right in and ask you, how did this come about? What is your journey in this food culture? How did you get started in your food journey?
Yeah, well, thank you guys for coming out. I do appreciate it. It has been a long journey. The idea is for a gourmet drive-through concept. Imagine going through the drive-through, some of the best food, right? No dollar menu. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. I couldn't get a loan for $2 million. I tried from the banks and whatnot, and I knew that you could develop a good concept starting backwards. So that's what we're doing. We're developing a brand of a in-house made everything, very small, limited menu, and so in the journey to do this, honestly, I never did any cooking. I never did anything like that. When I knew what I wanted to do, I was working 3 jobs, stacking my own money, building up capital. And in that time, I spent time with real chefs. In my off days, holidays, I would go and buy food and be like, hey, I'm going to have fried chicken on my menu. Will you show me ways to make fried chicken? Hey, this is my idea for a sauce. Can you help me make it better? I spent hours and hours and hours like that doing that for free. Like, I didn't go get a job in a kitchen. I did it for free. When you're doing something for free like that, you put a lot of attention and care into things because you're doing it in your free time. So that's kind of, how this came about. And so that's the idea, is for people to eat at the food truck, and we've been doing really well. I've been open 4 years now, and it's been a great blessing. The idea is for you to eat the food today, and you're like, oh, that's fire, that's so good. And in 5 years, when we are a brick and mortar drive-through, and you drive through with your car, and you don't wait long in line, and you're like, that's just as good as the days in the food truck. So that's our goal. That's what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what is it like, the process of getting the food truck? Do you own it? How did you come up with the name? What is that step and process like?
Yeah. So when it comes to the name, for anyone who wants to have their own business, you got to think about, where do you want to be in 50 years, right? What are your life goals, and what are your goals for your company? And you want to build backwards, right? So like, if I call this Giuliano's Food Truck, but I want it to be a brick and mortar someday, it's still going to be called Giuliano's Food Truck. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a great timeless kind of, this is going to be iconic. Right. It might take 20, 30, 40 years, but that's the goal. You're going to speak it out loud, speak it into existence, believe it, manifest it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That is going to be like the gold standard for drive-through and fast casual in this country within the decades to come. And 303 is where we get our green chili. So that's why I have the 303. In the cut, kind of between knives. Also like a play on words, like, in the cut. You're laying low, hard to find. That's how that came about. I do own all the food trucks that I have. I do have 3 right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's just been a super long process, and you have to make goals of where you're going, and then you have 100 little goals in between that to get there. And that's kind of how you get to your final destination. Because of course everyone's like, hey, I want to start a business. I want to do this. All right, well, there's 100 goals to get there. You got to get permits. You got to find out about this. You got to find out about zoning. Hey, what's your menu like? Hey, how many items are you going to have to buy at the store? How many employees can you start with? Can you start with just you and your dad? Because that's what we did, and we had 1 employee. So it's you got to be thinking of everything from the ground up. But when you're doing it, it's a little stressful, but it's a super fun thing.
And I'm glad that you said those things about permits and different things like that, because that leads me to my next question. It takes a lot to build a business and to keep it running, and then to go ahead and expand. And sometimes people can get down, they give up, they don't make it that first year. So what words of encouragement can you give people who might be struggling or thinking about jumping in? What can you say to those people?
I would first and foremost save money. You need money. And you will not open your doors and just start making money. You won't just open your doors and you're gonna be like, oh, we made $5,000 a day. Hell yeah, we're killing it. Now, don't get me wrong. You can really build that up quick and whatnot with social media and things like that. Have capital. save your own capital, like have a backing of a bank, in case you're running low, and because the bills are coming out no matter what.
Right.
And your employees have to get paid no matter what.
Right.
Even when I wasn't getting paid, my employees were getting paid. The business bills were getting paid. The other thing is, it's more about perseverance. Like what are you willing to sacrifice to achieve your goals? I grew up like middle class. Like my parents gave me the things I needed, but like we're not wealthy. Like when my parents passed, like I'm not getting $1 million. You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to build something for future generations, and I'm trying to build something to where all these people are going to get paid really well, and someday have health benefits and have 401k. Like the more you do for others and you help others, it comes back around. People, God, the universe, however you want to believe it, like the more you put out for others, it happens to come back. And like, so if I make my employees happy, I make my guests happy. Making money is a byproduct of that. So I think people lose focus, and when they're starting a business, like, I just want to make racks. Like I'm trying to do, like, that's cool. But like the more you put out, like, and you help others and you do for other people, you go make a lot more money doing that. You got to provide something that they need, that guests need, and you got to provide a good workplace for your employees where they thrive and they're happy and they talk about you. Because I'm sure you've had a shitty job. I've had a shitty job. It's not pleasant, right? And then the good jobs and the good leaders you've worked for, I can still remember that today at 35. I can remember growing up from 18 to 32, good managers and good owners I've had in my life. So I just have a different perspective. I've been sober for about 10 years, and thank you so much. So my goal is not to build this up in franchise. My goal is to not sell this for 20 million someday. My goal is to build something so that someday when I'm gone, that whether it's my kids, whether it's someone else's kids, takes over, that they continue to have these things in place of like, we don't cut corners on our products. We put our employees first, and then we put our guests. People think, you put your guests first. No, I put my employees first. I'll always have my employees back as long as they're doing the right thing. Right. I don't answer to money. People think like, this and that, like you'll lose me as a customer. Fantastic. Don't ever disrespect my staff. Like, so it's just a different priorities of mine. Yeah. And of course everyone needs to make money, but like the more you put those other things first in the food business anyways, dude, you just happen to make really good money. And so like we're doing great because those are my most important people. And then these people in line are my second.
Absolutely, because you can get more customers with social media, but it's hard to find those good, dedicated employees, right?
Yeah.
And I appreciate you letting us come out. Congratulations on all your success. And thank you for sharing that with the people, because again, like you said, it's a journey, it's a process. Yeah. You have to be motivated. You have to put in that sacrifice. And we are so thankful that you put in that sacrifice and that you are sharing it right here with us. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you, sir. Thank you so much. And if you'll tell the people, where can they follow you? How can they find you and get some of this delicious food? You're going to show us how to make it in just a second, because you got 3 top meals that we're going to show.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
Yes, absolutely. So let them know, how can they follow you?
You can do 303 in the cut. That's our Instagram. That's our TikTok. That's our YouTube. All of that. Or you can go on our website, 303inthecut.com. You'll find us. We have 2 locations in Vegas right now. One right off of the Strip. We're at the Chinatown location. This one's the busiest. And then we also have a Centennial location up north, and then a 3rd one coming down south soon.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, congratulations on all your success. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. I can't wait to go and see how you put all of these masterpieces together. Let's go ahead and head inside, you guys. Hey guys, so we are here at 303 in the cut, and we are going to get the behind exclusive of some of their most tastiest, top rated dishes, guys, and it's going to be quite an experience.
You want to get some of this? Go ahead, let him hop up here. Okay, so this one is Kraken fried chicken fries. All right, we do a 5-spice season with crinkle cut fries, real cheese sauce on top of the fries. And then we do buttermilk panko fried chicken. It's actually brined in buttermilk and kiwis for 2 days. Makes it very tender. Normal, traditional is pickle juice. We do it with kiwis. Sets us apart just a little bit. Take that extra care. It's a 3-day process to actually do this chicken. Then this one is the green chili burrito, right? So we put grill marks on every side. We smoke our own chicken, make our own pinto beans. So you want to get a cut of the middle? Okay. So then we put both sauces on top, half and half. This one is a roasted garlic aioli. It's with a green chili base. All our sauces are a green chili base. This one is 303. This is like our house sauce. This one's the most popular. Then we garnish it with pickles. Will you season those for me, big dog? Thank you. Okay, so we have this one here. Kraken fried chicken fries. This one is a green chili burrito. Smoked chicken, pinto beans we make in-house, real fire roasted green chili, cheese, and then grill marks on every side. Awesome. Now, Joseph, will you hand me a couple desserts? So we try to get a nice real season on there. We like a seasoned fry here. So, this one is our tiramisu. Lady fingers dipped in a coffee liqueur espresso mix. We make that in-house. So, this one is a cheesecake sandwich in the cut style. Comes with our cutty cream in the middle. We make our own crust, and then a blueberry strawberry jam. Is there a lot of people in line, Tyler?
5 in line.
5? Maybe just drop half a basket. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get these all out for you guys. I'll get these nice and bagged up for you, and I'll come outside. And I got your drinks coming for you guys right now.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
So this one is a prickly pear cutty juice. This one is a prickly pear limeade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have this crazy burrito that 303 in the cut makes, and it just looks fantastic. You see those pinto beans in there, that chicken. Oh my gosh, everything just looks beautiful. We say that is GBD, baby. Oh my gosh. That is delicious. Everything is cooked to perfection. Those beans are nicely cooked. They're nice, soft, and tender, baby. That chicken is seasoned and cooked to perfection. Oh, that sauce in there is just amazing. This is burrito done right, baby. And now we have these crazy loaded fries that they have down here. Oh my gosh, it has the grilled chicken. It looks like crispy chicken on here on these fries, these amazing sauces. Oh, this is like heaven right now. Look at that. You get those pickles as well with your meal. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And that pickle, that acidity from that you need, those sauces are amazing. Those are well seasoned fries, you guys. 303 is putting it down for sure. The next tasty little thing we have right here is 303's cheesecake, baby. I love me some cheesecake, and they have this nice little sauce that you can pour on top of it. I cannot wait. Oh man. Woo. There we go, baby. Yes, yes. Yum. Yum. Oh, and it is just like a sandwich, the cheesecake sandwich, you guys. And it is just nestled in goodness and deliciousness. Look at that crust right there. Oh, that sauce is so fresh. That's how you want your cheesecake, baby. That's how you want it right there. Hey guys, I have this tasty dessert from 303 in the cut. It is their famous tiramisu, and if you don't know anything about tiramisu, it is these lady finger crackers that are dipped in espresso or coffee. It has a real creamy little center in the middle, and then they just sprinkle some of that nice little, it could be cocoa powder. It could also be, if they want to use the coffee grinds, you can use that. So I'm just so excited to try this. This is one of my dream desserts right here, you guys. Oh my god, that's really good. That's really good. The lady fingers, they're dipped really nicely inside of that espresso. You can really get that taste in there. That cream is really creamy, almost like a very whipped uh butter, not buttercream, but a very whipped, if you get the Baskin Robbins cakes from there, when you get that whipping from there, that's what you're getting from that. And again, those lady fingers are dipped to perfection in that sauce. It's like I'm eating a chocolate milkshake and with cookies inside. It's just amazing and delicious. So you guys, get the tiramisu when you come out here to 303. You won't be disappointed. 303 has some amazing drinks, you guys. This one right here, oh my gosh. Oh man, that is so good. It's nice and bubbly, refreshing. It's right here if you're more of a peachy person. Oh man. Oh, if you're thirsty, this is what you need to come and get to refresh you in this Las Vegas heat, baby, right here at 303 in the cut.